Mayuri, first of all, a warm welcome to GlitzVisionUSA. And thank you so much for, first of all, for doing this interview. I know, shooting schedules are really hectic. But first of all, thank you so much for doing this interview.
It's my pleasure. It's absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, shooting is hectic, but sometimes talking about work to the right people and the fans kind of energizes you. So it's okay.
Right. Okay. So, Mayuri, first thing first, just tell me how's it, shooting, especially now, like, at a such situation that people are even skeptical, to step out of their house, and actors are literally, they are shooting 24/7. So as an actor, were you scared, or, are you still a bit scared, when you people shoot amid this pandemic? Because, most of the actors of TV or any other, they have been tested positive, and few actors, unfortunately, have also lost their life. So as an actor, when you shoot, or as an individual, when you shoot, what is the perception in your mind?
See, the fear is very natural because of what has been happening around for a long time. So it's almost been a year that all of us are living in the fear, whether you're an actor or not. There are two ways I look at this. One is with the current situation, with the lockdown and the pandemic, it could be very claustrophobic just sitting at home and not doing anything. So having a job that I love, having a job that I'm able to exercise my passion with is something which very less fortunate people are able to exercise it today. Everybody has shut everything down and are sitting home. So there is a gratitude, definitely, like a huge gratitude that I'm able to do what I love, and in a good setup with good people and a good role. But there is an underlying fear always, underlying fear of a lot of things. So it's like a double-edged sword. My answer can never be just one.
Yeah.
There is fear, yes, there is fear. But then you probably do everything to combat it. Like I always have my steamer. I'm always, trying to drink something hot. Immediately going, like, I got late by 15 minutes. Immediately I went for a bath, discarded those clothes. Every precaution that you can take, you are taking to kind of, nullify the fear. But does that not exist? It exists. Honestly, it exists. And it's disheartening to hear so many stories of your colleagues and, just everybody else. So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Right. Okay. And Mayur, tell me one thing. I mean, you, if I'm not wrong, you studied dental science. Okay. You have done a lot of good work in theater, and now you are doing a show of Star Plus, which is apparently doing very good in terms of TRP. Did you ever thought, now when you look back, okay, and did you ever thought that this would be a journey one day which you will be living? So did you ever thought that what you're doing right now, you will be do one day?
Oh, yes, I did. Because, when you dream of something, you don't, like, when I was shifting from dentistry, when I made that switch, it came from a deep place of passion, deep grit, deep determination, and the switch was not superficial. It was not like, चलो मैं shift कर लेती हूँ, एक बार ऐड कर लेती हूँ, एक बार टीवी में झलक जाऊंगी, अच्छा लगता है. It was not that superficial. It came from a deep place of passion where I knew, well, where I knew that I'm leaving something very secure. As a dentist, your life could be much more secure and smooth. So if I'm doing that, then my parents, I come from a very academically oriented middle class Maharashtrian family. So for us, this world is completely new. So when I was making the switch, only in my heart, in my dreams, I knew the journey had to be very fulfilling. The journey had to be very beautiful. The journey had to have good milestones.
Right.
For me to feel that, okay, this switch has been worth it. So did I dream of it? Yes, I dreamt of it. And I dream more and more I wish more and more better milestones come in my life, because not for fame or money, because the passion with which I have started my journey, with which I took every step in my journey, whether it was, I did my master's in theater arts after I did my dentistry. So every step there has been so much love and passion and honesty has been put in, that I feel, every time I get a milestone like this, like Imli is a beautiful milestone right now. The show is doing so well. I'm liking my character. It feels like a tick mark to those efforts that you've put in. Because if anything, I mean, I don't know how talented or how good looking I am. But I do know one thing, that I'm extremely honest and hardworking to my craft. So, yeah, whenever these milestones come, it's just very, very gratifying.
Right. And we know you are, you are acting, but is there something like, maybe story writing or direction, which you think maybe in, future you are going to be serious about those streams as well, or you just want to focus yourself on acting?
So I have been writing also. So last year, one of the plays that I had written, a Marathi commercial play, it was one of the best of that year, and we were selected to perform in BMM convention in Dallas, Texas. So it reached its milestone, and having written that play and having gotten the kind of response I got for that play gave me such confidence in writing. And writing is a joy, I love writing, I enjoy writing. And that milestone with that play gave me a lot of confidence that yes, my thoughts, when I put them, on paper, and when they're executed, they impact people's lives. So it's a very, very empowering thought. I don't know about direction, but writing is something I still, when I get time, now I'm really tired, these days with the daily so, but still whenever I get time, I try and indulge in writing. And it's a dream to like write a lot of good work.
Okay, and Mayuri, talking about your character Malini, tell me one thing. According to you, what has been the toughest scene, or maybe the challenging part of portraying this character? If you can say anything.
Yeah. So challenging part of playing Malini was that initially, because of the character brief, she's always very soft-spoken. And though Malini and Mayuri are quite similar, when I get angry, I'm not soft-spoken. So whenever Malini would get angry and she had to, either fight with her mother or anybody, I was told that no, even if she fights, she will fight in a soft-spoken way, because later on her character will get a graph where she'll like really explode. But initially, so that used to be challenging, a lot of times. And I liked it because, she's a character who does not react, she responds. She'll think before speaking every word. So that is one challenging part. That was one challenging part. And eventually, I got the hang of it. And if I have to talk about a particular scene, it would be when I go to Pagandia, I meet Imli's mother, and I get to know that my dad is Imli's dad. That scene, both emotionally, like it gave me, it was the biggest revelation of the, of the Imli serial, I feel, because this is one woman. She has just digested the shock that her husband was previously married to this girl. She's trying to make sense that why, this girl, she is basically a maid in the house, but why does she feel so much for her? She's trying to challenge, analyze those emotions. Then she has a doubt if, what her mom thinks is right. Did her dad have an affair? And when everything of that just got confirmed, it got stamped. Yes. So Imli is my sister, and she's also my husband's wife. The complexity of emotions, anger and betrayal towards the dad, sudden soft corner towards, learning, oh my God, I had a sister.
Yeah.
And she's young and she suffered. And there's this nice woman, his mother, who's also suffered. And my mom also has suffered. So instead of like Malini never got bitter, she only wanted justice, even for like all these women.
Right.
That was very interesting part about the character, a lot of times audience felt that, now Malini will become negative once she learns, Imli is a step
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful change. This is a beautiful way to react. I mean, I love the way they made the writer. Again, hats off to the writers, okay? Uh, that is what they wrote for Malini. That she will not once get bitter towards Imli or Mithi, but she'll just question her dad. You did all this, why? I mean, you really made two people suffer a lot. After that scene, she goes and she talks to goes into to a temple like under the tree and talks to a goddess. She speaks. I've never done this in my acting career. Speaking to an inanimate object, where somebody is not reacting back to you.
Yeah.
She questions God. What kind of a fate is this? What is this whole Sindoor thing? I mean, why is it so important? Like, the lines were also beautifully written, and I had to go all out when I was performing that. So there was heat, the weather was not, in our favor, a lot of things, and yet you had to emote.
Right.
And that scene I was overwhelmed when the kind of feedback I got for that scene unanimously from the audience, because I was kind of nervous. I was like, I hope I've gotten it right, speaking to God, yet making, like, we don't generally in our real life, we don't really speak aloud. We don't speak our prayers aloud. We don't speak our angst aloud to God. So that is something that I had just done with my instinct, and I was hoping, fingers crossed, that it goes right. And thankfully it did. And yeah, till now I would say it was one of the toughest scenes to perform.
Right. Okay, and Mayuri, talking about Imli is actually, down the line, it's a love story about three people, and sometimes it does happen that the people who love Aditya and Imli's on screen chemistry, they often criticize, or they often troll to the third wheel, or to that another angle. So if it has happened with you, and if yes, how have you dealt with it? Like, if anytime you've come across a social media comment that you are the third wheel between their love story, so how have you dealt with it?
Luckily for Malini, because the character did not turn negative, these kind of comments were very few, and not the way it would be, for a character like her. So one odd comment here and there, I think it's okay, because I think more than reacting to this, I kind of reacted to the fact that when Malini was going through a vulnerable journey, so the fans who were invested in her journey kind of started trolling other characters for putting her through pain.
Okay.
And that is when I started questioning that, because sometimes you can take trolls on you easily. They're saying, Malini aa gayi beech mein. But when other characters were being trolled, I had the authority to tell my fans that, guys, if you love me and if you want to pay me any compliment, it cannot be by criticizing other characters. Because it's a story after all. They are doing what they're supposed to do. We all are doing what we're supposed to do. We are a part of a beautiful story. So if ever you want to compliment Malini, you should never trash any other character. Because I just believe in one thing, see, I'm very happy that the audience is so invested that, they get angry towards somebody, they feel love towards somebody, they feel sympathy towards somebody. Because that reveals the success of the plot. But as responsible citizens, anything negative on social media should not be, it's not nice. Anything negative, forget trolling, forget anything. I just feel social media should be never used to put anything negative out, because any which ways people are dealing with so much negativity, so much the life and times are quite hard. So if you can only put a smile on somebody's face, do it, or else don't do it. If you have a crooked mind and if you want to write something crooked to hurt somebody, don't do it. It's not worth it. We are in a time where we only need each other's help. Right. So I'm against negative use of social media in which ways. Hence, when they are sympathizing with Malini and thrashing other characters, that time I get the authority to tell my people, don't do that. That's not a healthy way to compliment anybody.
Right, which is actually a very great thing. And also, maybe I just want to say, ask that we have seen the previous videos of your show, and all people gel along with each other very well. But if I ask you, and if you have to choose one favorite person from the set, who actually makes everything easy for you, it just makes your day easy, who would be that one person from your set?
It's my squad boy, Suraj. No, jokes apart. Yeah, actually, my spot boy is like my mother on the set, so I keep calling him mummy sometimes because he really makes everything very easy for me. But I can't choose one person, not one person, but Ritu Chaudhary and Kashmir. They are my closest friends on the set. So we have a lot of fun together. Even my dad, who plays in Indraneel and then Chandreji, we have a lot of fun together. So it's unfair to pick one person because there is such great camaraderie between all of us that yeah, these 4 5 people are I really gel well with them, and basically there's a great comfort level now that we are shooting 24, we are together 24/7 since a month. So there's a different comfort level we all have with each other, and that just makes the job very very easy, yeah, and very very fun. So I'm so glad to have a good team who I gel with.
Okay, last two question I wanted to ask you. Of course, you have done a lot of theaters. You are doing a show right now, but I'm pretty sure that as an actor, there are some wish list. Okay, that you want to do specific type of characters, or this is the level of success which you want to achieve by doing this particular work. So, if there is anything in mind which you want to share when it comes to your acting, your professional life, what would be that thing?
Oh, my dreams and ambitions are very big. I just wish God is kind and fulfills all of them. Because I want to do a variety of roles, and thankfully, I haven't gotten typecast yet.
Yeah,
Even though I'm
that's
doing,
good.
even with Malini, if you see her on day one and if you see her now, what a journey. Especially since last 1 month, none of my, like, every day it's a different emotion. Every day she's going through such a journey that I got to just develop the character completely and have so much fun with her. I was not stagnated to one emotion or one set of one bracket of personality with her. She burst open like a butterfly. She's just flying and discovering herself. So even with Daily Soup I was lucky, because the reason why I have become an actor is to play a variety of roles, not just be typecast in one role and then play that all life long. Even in Marathi films and television, the others and theater, I have gotten very, very different roles to play. I just want to expand that. Like, I want to keep doing a variety of roles in a variety of projects. Language is not a barrier, whether it's down south, up north, here, Maharashtra, there, Delhi, anywhere. I just know in my heart that something that will really satisfy my creative instincts is doing surprising myself with different kind of work. So whether it's OTT, I've never not explored OTT as yet. So even with there, I would like to have roles that challenge me. And if I have to, like, like, people think of me as a sweet, delicate girl, but I would love to play a tough cop. I would love to play Ali's Angels, where it's a full-on action flick. So I want to surprise myself as well as the audience, and be a part of very, very, very good projects with good teams and good stories and good characters. So this is a dream I've been holding on to forever, and it started to materialize in small ways now, and I just hope this trend continues.
Okay. And lastly, Mayuri, I just wanted to ask you one last thing. I mean, of course, starting from last year to this year, it has been difficult for everyone. Okay. Everyone has lost something, job loss, then there is, emotional loss, and then, people have lost someone. As a person who you yourself have gone through, a loss last year, I just want to ask you one thing. What has kept you going? Because, people are losing their loved one till now because of COVID or because of other things. And it has been extremely difficult, especially because of this pandemic. Any piece of advice which will give a sense of comfort to those people who are handling or going through a grief, what would be that thing which you want to say and which has helped you a lot? What would be that thing?
See, honestly, nothing I see or anyone says can comfort anybody who's going through pain. It's a process. You have to deal with it. You have to accept it. And I probably can give a huge lecture on what to do and what not to do, but it comes down to a very simple thing, that time heals. Take one day at a time and see the glass half full.
Great. So, thank you so much. I mean, and I'm sure, those three sentences which you just said, it is definitely going to heal someone or the other who will be watching this interview. So, thank you so much, Mayuri, for this lovely interview. And anything which you want to say to your fans of Imli and to the fans of Malini, anything which you want to say?
I just have a big thank you to all of the lovely people who have been showering so much love. Yeah, it's overwhelming to a point that even if someday I'm having a hard day or very, very tired, I read some of the sweet messages and I'm just filled with gratitude. Somebody takes an effort to type something.
Yeah.
Something can put a smile on your face. Those fan pages, the edits that they make, the amount of energy and time they invest in making so many edits. So to all the fans, all the fan pages, all the audience, I just want to say a big thank you, because you all are giving me a lot of positive energy. It's just overwhelming. And instead of saying thank you again and again, I will just say that the love that you all have given me, it just came as a surprise. Honestly, while taking up this project, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea this character would become what it became, this show would become what it became. It's you guys who've made it. So I will try and reciprocate your love by just doing good and amazing and awesome work and entertaining y'all. Just praying that all of y'all stay healthy, happy, blessed, and achieve whatever y'all want to achieve. All my lovely good wishes are with you, and you guys are in my prayers always as a token of love and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayuri, for the lovely wish, and may Imli achieve lots and lots of success, okay? And may all your future projects which you are going to do and the characters which you are going to do, it achieve million success. Thank you so much for the lovely interview.
Thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.
Take care. You stay safe too. Take care.
Bye. Hi, this is Parsantan and you're watching GlitzVision. So please subscribe to GlitzVision. Thank you.